Somebody put these vintage Dixie bachelor chests on the curb, and I knew they had potential. These make excellent oversized nightstands, and they're really good quality, but unfortunately, this one had some broken drawer slides, and it needed some love, but that's what we're here to do. So first things first, like always, we gotta give it a good clean. These were very dusty. I'm pretty sure these had been sitting in a garage is my guess, just based on how dirty they were, but that's okay. Nothing a little Simple Green can't handle. I also removed the hardware because it needed a really good cleaning, but I definitely wanted to keep it because it's this beautiful campaign style. I plan to refinish this wood, so I wanted to strip the old finish. This is my favorite stripper. It's non-toxic, so I don't have to wear a mask, so don't yell at me for not wearing a mask. And I just brush it on with my chip brush, let it sit, scrape it off. You don't have to deal with saran wrap or plastic, any of that stuff. It's really easy to use. After scraping it off, I went in with my orbital sander. I started with a 100 grit and then 150 grit, and then worked my way up to 220 grit. This did take a very long time to sand, not just because of the finish. It was a thick finish on here, but it also had a lot of intentional distressing all over the piece. It was manufactured that way. I could tell because of how uniform everything was, but there were these deep grooves all over, and I didn't like them. So I needed to sand all the way through them to get it smooth. Here's a better look at those deep grooves I'm talking about, and it was taking me so long that I decided to pivot directions and only completely refinish the top and paint the rest and fill in the grooves instead of trying to sand them smooth. So I sanded the top pretty smooth. If you looked really closely, you could probably see a couple places, but pretty darn smooth, and then stained it with this beautiful walnut wiping stain by Old Masters. I really like their wiping stain. This almost looks like a gel stain because it's so thick and saturated, but this is not. This is a wiping stain, which I prefer in most cases. I just think the finish turns out a little bit nicer. And then I sealed it with 3 coats of a water-based polyurethane. I used water-based just because that's what I had on hand. And then I did do my last coat. I did a wipe-on oil-based. Next, it was time to give some love to that hardware. I soaked it in boiling water and vinegar, took that out, and then just scrubbed the heck out of all of them with some steel wool until they got nice and sparkly clean. And you can really see the difference here. There's a before and an after. I mean, huge difference. And here's where I made a mistake. I wanted to fill in all of those intentional distressing marks, and I decided to do my first pass with wood filler, and it seemed like a good idea at the time. I went over the whole thing and then sanded it smooth, and it looked okay, but then it just didn't cut the mustard. It wasn't enough. I should have used Bondo, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Before I got to primer, I did the repairs, which for this piece just involved installing new drawer slides on one of the units. So all 3 drawers of one of the units needed new drawer slides. These are easy to install, but the hardest part, it's not really hard, but I did have to do a little extra work here and chisel out some of the bottom of the drawer because my new drawer slides were wider than the old ones, so I needed to make some space for it. So I just used my chisel, marked where it needed to come out, chiseled it out, and then it was good to go. I used my miter saw to cut all of these drawer slides to the correct length and then attached them using wood glue and some wood screws. I used just the smallest amount of pole wrap, not really as a feature, but to cover up the front of just the top and bottom of these pieces, because those pieces for some reason had the most distressing, and rather than try to get it smooth, which I thought would be challenging even with filling it, I just decided to cover it up. And then I went in with my first coat of primer. I sprayed it on using my Wagner Erlex. I love this spray gun. And the primer I use is the gray bonding primer by Wise Owl Paint. After that first coat of primer, it was very obvious that my wood filler did not cut it. So I went over everything with red Bondo, the glazing putty. I used so much of this stuff. I think I used like almost 3 whole tubes to get both of these pieces, but I really wanted it to be nice and smooth. So after that, I sanded it and then primed it one more time until finally, I was ready to paint. I've been really wanting to paint something in a chocolate brown color that's a trending color right now, and I finally got the opportunity with these pieces. This is the Benjamin Moore color Wenge, and it's just really rich. I feel like it's very timeless looking, sophisticated, and I'm just in love with it. After 2 coats of the paint, all I had to do was attach the hardware, and these were good to go. As a reminder, here is where we started. And here is the after. I'm so happy with how they turned out. I'm glad I went through the extra trouble of getting them smooth. I didn't want that distressing. And as always, it was worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to follow along for more furniture flips and tips. Bye.